Let's chat about division. We know that the area of a rectangle is the length times the width. I have 87 unit squares here. If I can make a rectangle out of them, I can solve this division problem. I don't know how big my rectangle is going to end up being, so I'm going to start off with this just as a frame to use to build my rectangle onto. I'm going to make 3 the width of my rectangle. I can place 3 rods here. So far my rectangle has a width of 10. And now I can place another 3 rods. Now we're at a width of 20. I place my final 2 rods and my 7 unit cubes, and I realize I'm not able to complete this rectangle. So trying to make a rectangle with length 30 did not work. And that makes sense. 30 times 3 would be 90, and that's larger than 87. If I'm going to make this work, I need to switch out these rods for cubes. Now I have some more flexibility, so I start placing them 3 at a time. And there we go, we completed our rectangle. This section has a length of 9. So if I multiply 3 times 29, I'll get an area of 87. That gives us the answer to our division problem. 87 divided by 3 is 29. But what's the next step? We don't want our kids manipulating these pieces every single division problem. Let's take this concrete, hands-on model and make it more abstract. We start by drawing our rectangle. And we're going to separate it into the tens and the ones, just like we did here. Our width is going to be the divisor, 3. And our first job is to figure out what is the length here for our tens. What's the largest 10 that I can multiply by 3 and still have it be less than 87? We make a guess and check chart. 3 times 10 is 30. That's less than 87. 3 times 20 is 60. Okay, that still works. 3 times 30 is 90. Okay, that is larger than 87. We've tried to make our rectangle too big. We go back to the last number that worked, which was 60. And so the length for our tens is 20, and we have used up 3 times 20, 60 of our unit blocks so far. And that's exactly what we see up here in our green. Now let's figure out the ones. Our total area is 87. We've used up 60 of our blocks so far. That's going to leave us 87, take away 60, is 27 unit blocks remaining. We know the width of our rectangle is 3, so we have to think, what would the length here be? So that 3 times what equals 27? Well, that's 9. And that's exactly what we saw up here with our 9 columns going across. And so we see that the total length of our rectangle, 20 plus 9, is 29. And that's the answer to our division problem. To recap, our goal is to figure out the length of our rectangle. We start by finding the largest 10 that we can multiply by 3 and have it be less than 87. We then subtract to find the area of our ones, and then use that to find our final length. We then add up our tens and our ones to get our answer.